Hey everyone, I'm Case Aiken. Now, when I hear the name Superwoman, this is probably the version that comes to mind first when I think of that name. But I don't actually think there are that many appearances of Kristin Wells. Well, gather round because she's my Superman analog for today. This version of Superwoman was created by Elliott S. Maggin and was initially shrouded in mystery. Her powers were vague and varied, not seeming to be owed to any one source. Her design invoked the Barbara Gordon version of Batgirl. This mystery lingered into the 29th century, to the time of Kristin Wells, a character whom Maggin had previously introduced in the novel Miracle Monday. Here, Kristin Wells taught a class of students who all offered theories on the hero. One student noted that her powers could all be explained with the technology of that far-flung era. Wanting to learn more, she decided to time travel back in time to investigate. But shock of all shocks, it turns out that she was destined to be Superwoman all along. And yes, you fans of Red Sun should take notice. Using devices from her time, such as the Opal Amulet and a gravity redistribution power, she was able to emulate a variety of superpowers. The device could manipulate gravity and as a result allowed her to pretend to fly, have super strength, and invulnerability. It also allowed her to become intangible and create portals that could travel through space and time. Additionally, just by virtue of being a person from the 29th century, she's mildly psionic, able to detect the emotions of people around her, kind of like Deanna Troi from Star Trek The Next Generation. And while it was possible for her to travel back in time to assist Superman, it was dangerous for her to be around too much. You see, her direct ancestor was a pretty well-known associate of Superman's, Jimmy Olsen. You can kind of tell from the shock of ginger hair that she sports. Now, aside from her striking design, that differed from the classic Superman style while still looking like it belonged in the family, and her unique origin, she gets remembered a lot for popping up in the background of Alan Moore's Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. While she didn't play a huge part in that story, it's one of the most famous Superman stories of all time, and as a result, new fans are constantly being introduced to the character. I mean, it's certainly why I researched her. And thus the character is mostly an eye-catching footnote, although her presence in Miracle Monday, a pretty famous novel featuring Superman, has made the civilian identity pretty enduring as well. However, while Kristin Wells is the character that I think of first when I hear the name Superwoman, she is definitely not the most popular character to bear that name. So next time, we're going to talk about a Superwoman who's a bit more menacing. But until then, stay super, man. Hey, and this is the part of the video where I thank you all for watching and I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, you should check out the podcast that goes along with the show. It's called Men of Steel. You can find it at certainpov.com or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find clips here on our YouTube page. It's a show where me and my co-host J. Mike Folson get to talk about Superman and Superman-adjacent topics. So check that out. It's a lot of fun. Also, you should check out all the other shows at certainpov.com. There's tons of great shows and so many wonderful creative people who are working on them. So I really want to give shout outs to all of them. But again, just thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I hope you all have a great week.